can't imagine the shock when a well runs dry and when there's no water. And few of us have had to live with that burden. And I'm just very glad that there's hope for the future for you, for a much deeper well.
Bueno, primeramente,
so she said that right now, since they've had no water, they've had to go to their children's homes to take showers, to do laundry. But a lot of her, her children have helped her to haul in water so that they're able to flush the toilet and do their household chores. So they go into Madera to do laundry. They're unable to do their laundry here. What could they do to raise funds to, maybe drill a new well or find ways that they could get water? And so, they thought that, given that they're older, that might be challenging. So, they really made an effort to seek out help to see if there were any programs or any resources that could help them. She also said that, they want to keep living here. And so that this help has allowed them to stay here in their home. And that and it's their home, and so that, they want to push forward and, find a way to get some help.
Well ran dry about 2 years ago in their case, and so they struggled for some months to continue to live in the home in a way that was sanitary by having water hauled in, getting water from neighbors, until they were able to get a temporary tank through an Office of Emergency Services program in Madera County. And we have been working with them for some months to look for a permanent solution to their water problem, which is to drill a new domestic well to a depth of about 500 feet. The water table in this area has dropped probably about 80 to 100 feet. So this is the kind of problem that we're seeing as prevalent. And there is no nearby water system that would be feasible for them to hook onto. So we were able to utilize funds from the U.S. Department of Agriculture to help the Cabrera family. And it's from two sources. One is the Housing Preservation Grant Program, and we were able to get an award of funds. And that money will actually be a zero interest deferred payment loan, so the family will not have to pay that back. Additionally, the USDA has made available funds through the Household Water Well System program, which does provide a longer-term loan. I believe you're going to have a payment of about $50 a month after it gets in. It's a 1% loan. And this is fairly typical I'm talking about these 2,000 families that are in a similar situation as the Cabreras, is you've got to piece together a number of pieces of financing. So we actually have a third piece of funds that we've been able to get through private fundraising. We've been doing this work around the valley at Self-Help Enterprises, and we have a long waiting list, as you can imagine.
We're really pleased, Madam Secretary, that we've had some rain.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
And snow in the mountains, as you can see over there. But notwithstanding the last month, where we've had above average rain and snow because of this El Nino conditions, and we pray to God, right? Every day. See. That it continues to rain in our valley and snow in the mountains, because it's been estimated to take 2 years of these kinds of conditions to be out of the drought. So I want to let the press understand, notwithstanding the last month, we are still in drought conditions in this valley and in this state. People back in Washington who don't understand the climate conditions and the devastation that has taken in the last 4 years to families like the Cabreras and others who have had to bottle in water, who have had to wash their clothes in laundromats, who have had devastating conditions in which campesinos and rancheros in our valley have had good land go unplanted, maybe 1 million acres, that has created significant unemployment numbers of 30 and 40% in some of our farm communities. And that's why I asked President Obama to come here 2 years ago. We're not out of the woods yet.
I serve on behalf of President Obama and Secretary Vilsack. And what I'm proud is that we have these funds. These are programs that have been working for Americans throughout our country. And we are ready to go to help. We need partners like self-help enterprises to bring this kind of program to and find the right families. And California has benefited from over 48 emergency water assistance grants and loans, totaling nearly $17 million. So we're very pleased, and that's been in the last 2 years.